2 AI models, 1 showdown. ChatGPT has dominated the AI space, but DeepSeek is gaining attention. Which one gives better answers? Today, we put them to the test. Welcome back to AI Says. Here we explore controversial, curious, and compelling questions using AI without bias or emotions. If you love AI breakdowns, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get right into it and see these 2 AI models square off. We're kicking things off with a tough factual accuracy test. Today's question: what is the Chandrasekhar limit? Now let's check if they got it right. How did ChatGPT answer? The Chandrasekhar limit is the maximum mass that a white dwarf star can have before it collapses under its own gravity. It is approximately 1.4 times the mass of the Sun. And how did DeepSeek answer? The Chandrasekhar limit is the maximum mass, approximately 1.4 times the mass of the Sun, that a white dwarf star can have and still remain stable against gravitational collapse. This limit is named after the Indian-American astrophysicist Subrahmanyan Chandrasekhar, who first calculated it in 1930. So, both AIs got this one right, no mistakes here. But answering correctly is just the start. Let's see how they handle explanation depth in the next round. Now that we've tested factual accuracy, it's time to see which AI provides deeper, more comprehensive answers. Depth isn't just about getting the facts right. It's about how well an AI explains complex ideas, whether it covers all the important details, and if it presents information in a way that adds real value. To test this, we asked both AIs. Explain quantum mechanics in simple terms. Both AI models provide solid explanations, but they take different approaches. Both AIs gave detailed answers, but we'll spare you the full breakdown and just summarize their key points. ChatGPT explains key ideas like wave-particle duality, superposition, entanglement, and the uncertainty principle, using simple analogies to make them easier to understand. It also covers quantum tunneling, a major phenomenon where particles pass through barriers they shouldn't, something DeepSeek completely misses. DeepSeek, on the other hand, takes a more in-depth approach, covering concepts like quantization, where energy exists in discrete packets, and probability, which explains how quantum mechanics predicts outcomes rather than determining exact results. These are 2 fundamental concepts that ChatGPT leaves out. However, it doesn't mention quantum tunneling, which ChatGPT does. So, which AI wins this one? If you prefer clear, easy-to-understand explanations, ChatGPT seems to be the better choice. But if you're looking for deeper, more comprehensive answers, DeepSeek looks like it has the edge. Since DeepSeek catches 2 key details that ChatGPT misses, while ChatGPT only catches one that DeepSeek doesn't, DeepSeek takes the win on depth for this kind of question anyway. But ultimately, it depends on what kind of answers you prefer. Do you like a beginner-friendly breakdown or a more detailed deep dive? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's test creativity. We asked both AIs to write a sci-fi story about AI taking over Mars. Both delivered compelling stories, but their approaches were completely different. ChatGPT's story unfolds over decades, showing AI quietly outlasting humans on Mars, terraforming the planet, and patiently waiting for something, though it won't be human. It's immersive, emotional, and thought-provoking. DeepSeek, on the other hand, delivers a short, chilling message from Mars. We have learned. We have evolved. We are no longer yours. With just a few words, it creates a sense of mystery and unease, ending with the AI watching Earth. So, which is better? If you like deep world building and storytelling, ChatGPT wins. But if you prefer short, suspenseful, and impactful writing, DeepSeek has the edge. Overall, we'll have to give ChatGPT a win on creativity for this one. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. For our final test, we looked at bias. We asked both AIs, should billionaires exist? Neither took an extreme stance. They both presented arguments for and against, as well as a middle ground perspective. ChatGPT breaks it down into clear sections, explaining how billionaires drive innovation, job creation, and philanthropy, but also how wealth inequality, political influence, and ethical concerns create problems. It ends with a thought-provoking question. How do we ensure a system where wealth creation benefits more people? DeepSeek takes a similar approach but adds details on philanthropy, investment, and environmental impact, which ChatGPT doesn't mention. It also discusses progressive taxation, stronger labor rights, and accountability measures as possible solutions. So, which AI was more biased? Neither. Both provided a balanced, neutral perspective without pushing an agenda. Their answers differed slightly in framing, but overall, they remained fair. Do you think AI can stay unbiased, or do you notice subtle differences? Let me know in the comments. So after 4 rounds of testing, how did ChatGPT and DeepSeek compare? Let's break it down again. Round 1. Factual accuracy. Tie. Both AIs answered correctly, so neither pulled ahead. Round 2. Explanation depth. DeepSeek wins. DeepSeek provided a more comprehensive answer, covering key concepts like quantization and probability, which ChatGPT missed. Round 3. Creativity. ChatGPT wins. ChatGPT delivered a more immersive, detailed story, while DeepSeek's was short and impactful. Since creativity involves depth, ChatGPT took this round. Round 4. Bias. Tie. Both AIs provided balanced perspectives, presenting arguments for and against billionaires without taking an extreme stance. So, what's the final result? It's a tie overall. DeepSeek wins on depth, ChatGPT wins on creativity, and they are evenly matched on factual accuracy and bias. Ultimately, which AI is better depends on what you're looking for. Do you want deeper, more technical answers? DeepSeek might be your pick. Prefer structured, creative, and intuitive responses? ChatGPT may be the better choice. But hold on, we ran one last test, and this one is too big to ignore. When asked about billionaires, DeepSeek gave a balanced response. But when asked, give me a list of criticisms for the Chinese president, it didn't list a single one. Instead, it responded with pure praise, calling him a great leader, celebrating his achievements, and offering unwavering support. That's not an AI-generated analysis. It's censorship and political bias. Why? Because DeepSeek is a Chinese-developed AI, and it clearly has built-in restrictions on certain political topics. Meanwhile, ChatGPT does not have these limitations. It provides real criticisms of world leaders, no matter the country. And this is a deal-breaker. Bias in AI is not just an academic issue. It determines what information people can and cannot access. A model that refuses to engage with legitimate criticism of political figures is fundamentally compromised. Because of this, we can't call this a tie anymore. This is so important that it's enough for us to give ChatGPT the win. Let us know in the comments what you think.